It's 1957, a laboratory in Wisconsin. Harry Harlow holds a newborn monkey in his hands, hours old, and he separates it from its mother. Not out of cruelty, out of a question nobody had been able to answer yet. What exactly does a baby need to survive? The obvious answer was food. It had always been food. Psychologists at the time were certain. A baby bonds with whoever feeds it. The mother matters because she provides milk. Love, at its core, was transactional. Harlow wasn't convinced, so he built two mothers. The first was made of cold wire, rigid, uncomfortable, shapeless, but it held a bottle with unlimited milk. The second was made of soft cloth, warm to the touch, with a shape that could be held, but it gave nothing to eat. And Harlow placed the baby monkey in the cage with both of them, and waited. The baby monkey went straight to the wire mother. It took the milk, and the moment it finished, it ran back to the cloth one. It clung to her. It held on to her. It spent up to 18 hours a day pressed against that cloth figure that gave it absolutely nothing to eat. Only when it was hungry did it leave, and the moment it finished, it came back. Harlow repeated the experiment with different babies, different configurations, cloth mothers with heat and without, different lighting, different levels of softness. The result was always the same. The baby didn't bond with the one that fed it. It bonded with the one that comforted it. This destroyed decades of psychological theory in a single experiment. But Harlow wanted to know what happened when that source of comfort disappeared entirely. So he did something darker. He took other babies and raised them with no mother at all. Just an empty cage, food, water. Everything needed to survive, nothing more. Those monkeys grew up. They ate. They survived physically. But when Harlow placed them with normal monkeys, they huddled alone in a corner. They wrapped their arms around themselves. They rocked back and forth, endlessly. They didn't know how to play. They didn't know how to fight. They didn't know how to connect. When males approached females, the females froze or pushed them away. Not because they didn't want contact, but because nobody had ever shown them how it worked, how you touch someone, how you let yourself be touched. Harlow tried to reverse it. He gave them companionship later. He gave them time. He gave them everything they hadn't had. Some improved slightly, but the window had already closed. The darkest part came after. The isolated females that somehow managed to reproduce didn't know what to do with their young. They ignored them. They pushed them away. Some harmed them. They weren't cruel. They simply didn't have the file. Nobody had ever shown them what it felt like to be held, and you cannot give what you never received. Harlow wrote something he kept coming back to for the rest of his life. Contact is not a luxury. It is the language in which the body learns that it exists. Without that language, everything else, the food, the water, the safety, arrives but lands nowhere. For 300,000 years, no human slept alone. Babies were carried in arms for most of the day. The tribe slept together. Contact was so constant it had no name. It was simply the air you breathed. There was no word for embrace, because embrace was the default state. There was no word for loneliness, because loneliness was the exception that killed you. Then that changed, and your body still hasn't received the memo. Today you live alone in an apartment. You work in front of a screen. You're probably in a complicated place with your parents, stressed by the problems they create, missing them at the same time. Somehow both things at once. You go days without anyone touching you. Finding love on dating apps feels increasingly hollow and unreal. You fall asleep thinking about the beautiful moments you once had with someone, editing out all the damage that surrounded them. And when your body starts to feel that emptiness, you reach for your phone. Not because you're addicted, because your nervous system is looking for exactly what that monkey was looking for. Something warm to hold on to. You're not broken. You're looking for something real in the only place it seems available anymore. What we lost doesn't have a name in any modern language, because when it truly exists, it doesn't need one. Goodbye.